Everyone must be shocked when you tell them that you're only 30 because you've lived
Yeah.
14 lives already, I feel like.
Yeah, I call myself a cat because I said I've been living 9 lives, but like I have been in the business a long time and people think I'm older than what I am just because I've been in the business for so long. I'm like, you don't think
And
I
you've
look
already had a
old, right?
movie made about your life.
I know. I was 21 when Dwayne first told me that he was making this movie. And I'm like, a 21-year-old is being told they're about to have a movie made about their life. Like
By The Rock.
by The Rock. Like that is the wildest. Like I've had a really wild life, a good life with some ups and downs, but like I have to be grateful for what I have. Like is I've had some really cool opportunities. And I mean, just having the movie, I should like a person should be dead when they get a movie, right? That's usually how it works, but not me. I was alive and kicking.
And so Rock tells you, Dwayne, DJ, whatever you want to call him, he
Yeah.
tells you that he wants to make a movie about your life before you had even debuted on the main
Yeah.
roster.
So it was the day before, and I've told this story a lot, but people need to hear it if they haven't heard it. It's just surreal. So, like, obviously, you're in NXT or FCW or whatever it was, but you go up onto the main roster for big pay-per-views, so you get to experience everything, right? So I was up there at WrestleMania and I was sitting in catering, and then I get a text from my friend being like, "Hey, it's DJ. I would love to see you at some point." And I'm like, "Who the is DJ? And why is he texting my phone?" I was like, "Who is this person?" And so D Malenko was like, "That's Dwayne Johnson." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Dwayne Johnson is texting my phone. This is crazy. Like freaking this legend is texting my phone." So I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah, I'm available at any point, like whenever you need me, just try to be cool. And so he sends someone to come grab me. I go to his locker room. I walk in, and then he was just like, "Hey, I'm DJ." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like, this is crazy. Hello. I was like, "I'm Saraya." And he was like, I watched your movie, or I watched your documentary that your family had. He was like, "I couldn't sleep one night while filming Fast and Furious," which thank God for insomnia because it helped me here. But yeah, he watched it and he just fell in love with my family. And he was just like, "I want to make a movie on your life." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what the fuck?" I was just like, "Are you serious?" And then he was like, "Yeah." And then I was just in the writer's room. And tomorrow you're going to be debuting and you're going to win the Divas Championship. And I was like, "What?" And so there was just overrun with this emotion. And I was just crying my eyes out. And he's like handing me all these tissues, because I'm like sobbing. I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe this is happening at 21. This is so crazy. And so he was like, "But don't tell anyone. No one's supposed to know this, like any of it." And I'm like, "I have to try and keep the secret. Like you're telling a kid to keep something secret." I was like, "Okay, good luck." But as I went to walk out, Tamina was coming in because they're cousins, right? So
Yeah.
she was going to go say hi. And then she looked at me like really confused why I was even in his locker room, and I'm just like crying. And then she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, "I'm just a really big fan of Dwayne." Like I didn't know what to say to her because I was like, "I can't tell you why." So I'm just like acting like the biggest fucking fangirl, which I was, but I was just like sobbing. So then, I leave, and then, I mean, the movie doesn't get made until like a few years later, everyone went into production, and then it nearly got like stopped completely because the mistakes I was making so publicly, and so like I need to get my shit together because I was like, if this movie doesn't get made because of my actions, I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life. So eventually did though, and it did come out, and I did get my shit together, and the movie was a hit.